Hello and welcome to this video. Here we are going to make a prediction video on 2028 Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez versus JD Vance. So let's get right into it. Let's first color the safe states, say Republican states for Vance. That means that these states like Arkansas, if we make an example, these states are Republican plus 15. That means that a Republican won it by more than 15 points. So let's color them first. Yeah, so that brings us to 122 electoral votes. To Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez 0 yet. Let's make the safe states now. That these states which I color right now: California, Washington, Oregon, Hawaii. Yeah, these are the safe states currently. Let's first break down New York. The likely states. I think that Ocasio-Cortez is going to barely make it safe. She will win it by something like 15 points. So I think she will make it safe. And also Maine District 1, of course. Connecticut, which was also likely this election cycle. Ocasio-Cortez is going to win it by something like 16 points. And yeah, that's it. 148 to JD Vance's 122. Now we do the likely state. The state of Florida. That is like very interesting state. Donald Trump won it by 13 points, okay? And I think it will shift to the right even more. I think Vance will win it by something like 14 points, okay? Maybe 13. I think the shift to the right will be even harder this election cycle. So that's like red. The next election cycle, of course, not this one. We are in 2024. Iowa, the state of Iowa. Trump won it by 13 points. Vance will win it by around 14 or 13. His opponent is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, of course, and she has no appeal on these likely Republican states like Iowa, Florida, or Texas. Alaska, he will win it by 12 points, something like that. Texas, Vance is going to win it by 11 points, 10 maybe, because Texas has shifted to the right, was the most right election result since 2012. But I think that Texas kind of they voted right, of course. They voted Republican. However, I think this was just a break, and then they will shift to the left, and it will be lean red soon. We're going to go to Ohio. Sorry, not Texas. We already been in Texas. Trump won by 11 points. He will win it 2. It's his home state. I think he will win it by 9 points. Actually, Ohio didn't shift too much right as expected. I thought that Trump will win it by something like 10 points or 9. It only in a red wave here, it went to Trump by only 11. Not only, but 11 is kind of not that big as I expected. So let's go to New Jersey. That's an interesting one. New Jersey has shifted to the right massively. I know that Ocasio-Cortez has a big appeal in the East. However, I don't think she will make New Jersey safe again. She'll win it by 9 points, 8 maybe, but it's going to be likely blue. It's certainly a state to keep an eye on in next election cycles. Illinois, she will win it by 11 points, 12. Yeah, 12 points. That's likely blue still. Virginia, Kamala Harris won it by 6, and she will win it by 7. Because I think that Virginia also kind of, they shifted right. However, with nationally, it's something like shifting left. Like 5 points was still a good victory. Like I predicted it would go for Harris by something like 8 or 7 points. It went for her by 6 points. That's not a big mess. Considering that this election almost, I think every state shifted to the right. That Virginia was like not a big shift to the right, so we will color it likely blue. Colorado, she'll win it by 14 points. Colorado is just, they can win. Like Republicans can win again. To win Colorado, which won't happen, they would need to have like some Rockefeller Republican, something like a liberal Republican, and his opponent would have to be like really have a bunch of scandals, you know what I mean, to win Colorado. Like, I don't think that Republicans are winning Colorado anytime soon. New Mexico, she would win by 8 points. That's a likely margin. Let's go to Maine. Harris won it by 6, almost 7. And I think it will go, something like 8, 7. And Maine District 2 goes red, likely red. And now we go to New Hampshire, the state of New Hampshire. She won it by 2 points, Kamala Harris. And Ocasio-Cortez is probably going to win it by around 4. Yeah, 4. I think she's going to win it by 4. We will go to Minnesota. Next state, Minnesota. Kamala Harris won it by 4. Actually, Minnesota wasn't that big shift to the right. I said that Minnesota would go blue by like 6. Which also, again, this was not a big miss. I said it was going to go blue by 6, or I predicted it. But it went by 4. I think if Cortez gets nominated, she will win it by 6. Oh my god, I made North Dakota her blue. Now we have the 7 toss-ups, or maybe, these are the 7 toss-up states. That means Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada. Nebraska District 2 will go blue, lean blue. Kind of assured here she will win Nebraska District 2. And now, these are the 7 toss-up states. 226 for Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez to J.D. Vance's 219. So let's go first to North Carolina. That was an interesting state. She won by 3 points, which I predicted. I think I predicted it would go red by 2 points, maybe even under a point. I wasn't that far off. I thought that, like, I was watching election night and the first states come in and it was like horrible. Texas went red right away. Florida went red right away. Iowa, Ohio, it went red right away. And I thought, like, North Carolina, that is going to go like for Trump by 5 points, but it went only by 3, considering this was quite a devastating year for Democrats. So I think that Vance will keep it in his column. He's going to win it by around the margin that Trump won it by 2020, maybe by 2, because she doesn't have very big appeal in the South, but he would still win. Georgia, Trump won it by 2 points in 2024. Ocasio-Cortez would lose, I think. Georgia is shifting left. Like, they have 2 Republican senators, of course, Warnock and John Ossoff, and by 2 points, like, that was also kind of unexpected. I thought this on the start of the night that Georgia goes red by like 4 or 5 points, but it went only by 2, almost 1. Vance is going to win by around 1 point, slightly 1 point, maybe even tilt if Ocasio-Cortez is lucky. Let's go to Arizona. Yeah, Southwest. Vance is going to win it by 3 points if Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is his opponent. Trump won it by 5.5 points, which was like a huge shift to the right. Biden won it in 2020. Biden won it by 2020 by a tilt margin. This time, Trump won it by a likely margin, like 5 points. That was a huge shift to the left, shift to the right. So I think Vance will win it by 3 if Ocasio-Cortez is his opponent. Nevada, Trump won it by 3 points. Vance probably wins tiltly, however. So 268 to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez 226. I think Vance tiltly wins Nevada. This was kind of lucky here with Trump. I think the state will shift again left right away. So, yeah. These are the 3 most important states in this election. In the next elections coming up. Like, you can lose Nevada, you can lose Arizona, you can lose Georgia, you can lose North Carolina as a Democrat. However, if you lose all these 4, then your only hope is Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. Okay, and you have to win all of them. You cannot win the election if you lose these 4 and you lose one of these. That's the blue wall. Trump won all of these. Trump won every one of these, okay? Wisconsin, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez should win. She'll win by like maybe even lean Democrat. Yeah, lean, I would say. Michigan, Ocasio-Cortez is going to win by a slight margin. By a very, very slight margin. And Pennsylvania, Trump won by 1 point, almost 2. Vance would win this by like 0.5, 0.4. It would be really close, but he would win it. So that means that Vance would win this presidential elections against Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. He would become the 48th president of the United States. But it will be close. 287 for Vance, 251 for Ocasio-Cortez. Well, we will see, of course, we will see. So, thank you for watching, and goodbye.